Hi everyone, and we are now back in The Sims 4. Now this is part 3. I am going to be doing no speed build on this one. This is going to be building the barn. So last time I had to literally do the house as fast as possible. The rooms always stay empty and stuff always stays out. I usually like to fill the house by myself without being on camera, and then eventually we'll do a walkthrough and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So right now we're going to be doing a barn and we're going to be getting that figured out. I have been so busy. I cannot believe I'm actually saying this to you guys. So I have been crazy busy. I have been having a hard time actually concentrating again. And because of that, I like to have, when I have my lunch or when I have my supper, I like to literally go and get off of anything that I'm doing. So usually I like to watch a little bit of TV and I like to enjoy my food that I'm actually eating. And because of that, I'm actually having problems keeping like concentration kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyways, we are doing the barn today because I thought it would be really, really fun to work on the barn, get some horse jumps in, and then we can do the backyard. And then I want to make my own, I want to do my own greenhouse so I can do my plants for outside. So let's see what we're gonna do here. Where are the horse beds? Where are those horse beds? I am actually really, really, really stoked and excited to sink my teeth more into this game. But because of that, I haven't been able to because I haven't had the time or the energy to figure out how I wanted to build. And people know when I'm building, I build realism ways. And I've played a lot of video games in my life, in my days, that because of it, I like to do realism in any game. And because of me doing a lot of realism, that it gets interesting, to say the least. Okay. Also, there is a lot on this game that I do want to go and redo. I'm not saying some of the makers that make those community lots on the Sims 4 is workable, or they work or they don't work. I am saying that they don't make sense. So one, it is right by where you go do your competition. That's what James Turner calls competition. Or there's a place there where you can go do your competition, and then there's like a community area after that. So when you're over at your community place, there's no bunk beds for, even if you're trying to do a zero linden bikes to ranches kind of thing. There's no way of actually just buying your small tiny piece of land and then working on only having one horse, having yourself, and then eventually working on getting enough money to build your own ranch. So you're actually living at the community lot. So I'm actually going to be working on that next. So that's one thing we are going to be working on today or tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. Let's see here. I am tooting my own horn here. Let's see here. I'm actually going to bring this one over. So a lot of people are wondering what we are building today. So we are building I actually call it a Canadian style barn that, as I said before, I was raised around cattle and horses and sheep and pigs, and I was raised and played in a lot of barns as a kid. And because of that, I've actually remember a lot of ways that we used to make the stalls, do the barns, get everything done. And a lot of people are just making really, really plain ways of doing it. And they're not doing the realism. People are like, okay, this is not real life, Tara. This is not real life. Why are we talking about this? It cringes me the way people build. Sometimes people just build because they want to sink their teeth in there quickly and they want to get their gameplay in. I like to work on a build for 2 to 3 weeks and then start doing my main gameplay. But because of doing the way I do, I lose a lot of game. I can't talk today. Gameplay, and because of that, I get a little stressed out as it is too. But because I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm building the way I wanted it to be built, I'm actually making it look the way it would have looked if I was being raised at the farm. So this is something we're doing. We're doing 6 horse stalls. People are like, why are you doing 6? Well, because I have Wicked Whims, and I can have the maximum up to 12 to 20 Sims in the household. Yes, I know it's going to get very, 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 very laggy, but it's something that I've done before and it works. So let's just state that for a fact. We are going to grab. Oh, these are cute. I didn't even know we had these. Oh, what are these? Stable columns. I'm going to actually do bb.move objects on. And we're just going to do that because I want to do. You'll see what we're doing next. And I can't stay on here for too long today. I need to go and check on Sashi. Sashi's been calling for me for the past couple of hours. She's doing quite well. She had surgery yesterday and she had a full hysterectomy, aka got spayed. And she's doing quite well. And I should have known better when she got pregnant that it would have been her last time of ever having a trying for her last litter. She just about died. And it it was really sad because I knew that now she has to deal with losing quite a bit of kittens, and we had to deal with letting go of some family members yesterday. It was really, really tough on Tim and I because we hate losing children, we hate losing animals, we hate losing cats, and sometimes when you're going through around that stuff, is that sometimes you just gotta learn to let go, and because of that, it kind of gets really sad when you're having to let go and you're having to let them, go onto better pastures, kind of thing. And because of that, it's Sasha's in the other room and she's been crying all stinking night. Like she's been stressed out. And I'm sad for Sashi because I know Sashi really, really wanted to be a mom. And, Sashi's going through that life stage is where's my babies? Where's my kids? Where are they? And now I'm literally like having to tell Sash when she first woke up the horrible news. And I think she understands that she went. I don't know if it was because of really like there was a lot of stress in the household at the time that she did go into labor. Like the 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 veterinarian said that she should have had another couple weeks and she would have had fine pregnancy. But because of that, Sashi just couldn't. She couldn't do it. And I feel like I try to tell Sashi that she's not a failure. She tried her best, and she's an amazing cat. I can't believe last night I was sleeping, and I'm so used to having Devi. A lot of people remember Devi because Devi used to have to wear a comb. I remember Devi used to sleep with me a lot at night. So I remember when Devi was just when she was sick as well, and she used to sleep with me. And I remember when Devi was actually sleeping with me, that I could actually detect if she's like behind me or beside me, and I could actually feel her presence. And last night I was actually asleep, and I actually felt like Sashi was coming up to me. And Sashi is a cat that really does not like me. Sashi and I, we had a little bit of a misunderstanding when she was a kitten. And because of that, our relationship with Sasha and I kind of took a little bit of a turn for the worse. But Sash and we're doing a little bit better now. She's giving me a lot more loving and attention. And I have to say that she's a great cat. And I'm really, really happy that I actually did the decision that I had to do. So if you guys have not watched the part 2 of finishing up the house, you guys won't understand of the decision what I had to do yesterday. But I'll just sum it up right now while we're here talking. So yesterday, Sashi went into preterm labor, like I just said. And because of that, with Sashi going into preterm labor, we didn't know if Sasha was going to live or die. I hate talking about this because it really, really hurts me to say the most, because it's like Sashi is and will always be mine and Tim's cat. And people are like, okay, get over it. She's just a cat. She's not just a cat. She's mine and Tim's cat. She's our family's cat. She's our kids' cat. You know, she's the family. She's the member of this family that we love, and we care for her, and we really want her to thrive, and we really want her to be there with us for the remainder of mine and anyone else's life. So when I found out that Sashi was about to take a turn for the worst, when I took her into the veterinarian's office, the veterinarian lady said, and I quote, "I have never seen a female cat still alive with how much fluid she's lost." And because of that, I was pretty stressed out when I heard that from the veterinarian, that she's actually pretty shocked that Sasha even survived. Usually cats that are going through a spontaneous miscarriage, or a late term miscarriage, or an early delivery, they don't survive. So I'm really, really happy that Sashi proved everybody wrong, and that she's still with us today. So how is Sashi doing right now? Sashi is a fighter. She is doing what she's supposed to do. She is kicking ass. Sorry for the wording. She's kicking patootie. She's being perfect. She's showing everybody that I want to live, I want to survive. I'm Sasha Banks. Look at me now. I can do anything, and anyone does not like it, they can shove it. And Sasha is doing great. I cannot believe that I'm actually coming on here now and saying, guys, Sasha didn't make it. Well, Sasha did make it, and she's still making it, and she's doing what she got to do to survive. So I would like to say, everyone that whoever did do their prayers on my Facebook page last night, thank you so much. Sasha really means a lot to Tim and I, and if we lost Sasha yesterday, it would have killed Tim and I to bits, because I got Sasha when we got Garfield. And so we've had Sasha in our family for the same amount of time that we've had Garfield and Diva. And Sasha has become a huge part of me. I cannot believe that I was a wreck yesterday when Sashi was at the veterinarian's office. When I took her to the vet, I literally had to leave for X number of hours because I couldn't deal with seeing Sashi in pain. People were like, well, she's an animal, right? And she's fine, right? Yes and no, and it makes sense that people would be so heartless and so diminutive and not understand how it feels to have an animal dying. Basically, she was dying. Sashi was dying, and Tim and I, we had no way of stopping it. We had no way of helping her with it. We knew she wasn't gonna make it, and when we got to the veterinarian's office, we we were actually really surprised how they got us in, and they got her in with surgery with a matter of minutes, and she was able. I I was told that I wouldn't be able to come and get her until she was at least, oh, I don't even know, like 2 o'clock, when I was sitting there and it was just hit 1, and I went there at 12 because I wanted to take a little tiny little hand towel, so she had something to take home with her, so she wasn't cold, or she wasn't upset or scared, or she had some kind of warmth from home. And I forgot her blanket, and that's something that kills me as her bloody mother. That how can I forget a blanket, or how can I forget a simple towel to take and put her in her kennel? It was bad because it's like I was thinking about that I was gonna be coming home with her ashes last night. And that's something that I hate talking about. I hate talking about death and what if. I hate talking about something that it could have happened really bad. Like she could have died. Like yesterday I could have lost my cat. And Tim, we could have both lost our cat. It was really hard on both of us, but Tim and I, we did it. We got through it together, and we we gotta say that she's doing a lot better now, and she won't be ever having any more kittens. So I got that fixed and dealt with, and she's never having any more, which is was a really hard decision that Tim and we both had to do yesterday, and I'm really happy that we've actually did the decision we had to do yesterday, because if we couldn't do the decision, the veterinarian would have done it for us, and which would have really killed us even more, because the veterinarian even told me when I called her that morning, she said that if Sasha takes a turn for the worse, to bring her right in, and I'm thinking like, okay, and she says try to get some sleep, and try not to stress out, and I'm thinking like, how can I not stress out, girl? Like this is my cat that you're telling me not to stress out. But when we got there, we I think we could have just went right in, because when we finally went inside, the door said where Sasha was. It said it was 8:30, so I think we could have just went in a little bit earlier. Tim didn't want to, however, he wanted to wait until he wanted to wait. I think because you don't know, that could have been our last time with Sashi. That could have been the time that we could have only had with her. And because of that, you just don't know. You don't know if all of a sudden one day you wake up and you're losing your best friend. And as I said before, and I stated before, my cats are my kids. I feel like people are going to be looking at me like, really, what's wrong with you, girl? My cats are my children. They are everything to Tim and I. So if something happens to one of our babies, it's taken effect on everybody. It's not just taken effect on me and Tim. It's taken effect on every single person in this house that I live in right now. So it's something like it's the little things in life that if one person dies, then we are dealing with that issue too. So because of that, I wasn't able to post any videos yesterday. I had to take some time away from the videos and Sims 4. I had to deal with Sashi. I had little to no time to really care about the videotations. I didn't care about working on the ranch. I didn't care about anything because all I cared at the single stinking time was my cat. So I am sorry that I was not on yesterday. I am sorry that I didn't even do a video yesterday. As I stated right now, I just don't have time. I don't have time to really be caring anything about this stinking game. Yesterday was one of the better days. I have to state that yesterday was a good day. Sashi's doing a lot better. After her surgery, we came home right at 3 o'clock. I was about to go on the PlayStation to let everybody know where I've been, what's going on. But literally, I ended up sitting on my bed and about to grab the PS5 remote, and I fell asleep. So because of that, I was not able to do anything. I couldn't even go on anything because I was just tired. I was running on no sleep. Like, people would be like thinking like, okay, what happened? Well, as I stated before, I was raised on a farm, and being raised on a farm, I've been raised that if one of the animals is going through distress, I'm not going to have any ability to concentrate or really care about my own self. Now, my father was the same way. When Daddy was alive, Daddy did the same exact thing. And people will be scratching their heads like, really? I'm like, yes. When my dad was alive and we were losing cattle, sheep, pigs, horses, cats even, dogs, we had one of the rules is if you can't sleep and your animal's dying, you are not allowed to go to bed. You have to stay awake and you have to wait for that animal to be with your animal in case something happened. So yesterday, Tim stayed, I think he stayed awake, and he actually slept on the floor right by Sasha's kennel. And I don't think he even had a wink of sleep yesterday, last night, actually 2 nights ago, because when I woke up in the morning, he was still awake with Sashi. He let me sleep because he knows I need my sleep. And I'm not as young as I used to be. That's something that I can definitely contest right now. I'm not as young as I used to be, and if I don't have my 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, I can't function. And people are like wah 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 wah, and I'm really really being honest with you guys. Is I can't function. I'm not as young as I used to be. So because of that, I was able to get as much as I could, figure it out. Before we left, I had to call Emmanuel and I had to tell him, like, you're not going to like this. I know today's your day off. I know today's Saturday, but I need to get up to the veterinarian's office. And oh my God, I have never heard him bitch in a very long time. He was a little bit very abrasive to the cats. He was very, very angry at Tim and I. He was very pissed off yesterday. But at least the cat is alive, and she's now still with us today. So I have to say, Sashi's doing great. Cannot wait till after this video's done, so then I can go curl up with my little baby, and I can go and spend some much needed time with Sashi, because the relationship that I have with Sashi is slowly blossoming. I think after I got her fixed was the best situation too, because now her demeanor is a lot better. Now she's not so mad and she's not so scared. She wants to be carried. She wants to be loved. She wants to be cuddled. She wants attention. Oh my God. How much how much do I have to say is how much I love her. I love this cat. Like she's so great. Sashi used to never want to be picked up and hugged and loved on and cared for. Now Sashi's back to being Sashi. People were like, "What do you mean Sashi's being back to being Sashi?" So Sashi is a cat that is very much disopinionated. So when we got Sashi when she was a kitten, she hated, and still does today, hates being like mauled. I think any animal doesn't even like to be mauled, or dog or cat or feline or bird or whatever. But I know Sashi is a person that likes to be left alone. And the way I am, and the way I've always been, I don't believe that. I believe in an animal should have the love and attention and the caring and the devotion that I have towards my girl. And so because of that, I have a hard time saying or understanding a no by Sash. So because of that, it's really hard on me because I know that when Sashi is had enough, she'll tell you when she's had enough, and she's a great cat. Is she just has an attitude from hell. I literally have to state that she has an attitude from hell, and because of that attitude from hell, she's a very disopinionated cat. How's that sound? I don't know if you guys really want to know about that one, but Sash is Sasha's Sasha. That's that sound. She's a fighter to the end. She's someone that you can look up to as like she's a great cat. It's gonna be really hard on the day that when she does actually go when she does die of old age. Am I gonna be able to deal with Sashi going? Am I gonna let her be able to die peacefully? And the answer is I don't know. Sasha has been a part of this family um, since she was a kitten. And the bad thing is I forgot when her birthday was. Oopsie daisies. But that's okay because now Sasha is, we figured out what birthday she was. We even found out what her real breed was. She does not at all look like the breed that she is, but she apparently is. Oh, what was she that the veterinarian told me she was? A Bengal. She's part Bengal, and Bengals have a lot of health problems, and we didn't know about that, so that's okay. That's okay with us. Okay, we're having problems here. We're having issues building this barn. I think we know what the issue is. I think the issue is this. Build the ceiling. I had to make this bigger because I had to build this differently because yeah, no, the way I build is a lot different than a lot of people will build in The Sims 4. Like a lot of people, we build the way we think is the nicest. So if we think that this is what it's supposed to look like, we're gonna build like that, right? So I want to push this back. I want to bring this back, but I want to bring this back all the way back here as a loft. So you actually have a way of having a loft space right here. And then what you want to do, we'll do like a little little balcony right there. What I wanted to do was open it all up. So I wanted to do that way. So I don't know if I wanted to still do that or do the way I'm doing. I wanted to open it up where you can see part of it up there. Because all it is, it's like But I think I want to do like my nectar and stuff up here. So that'd be really, really nice if we can do our nectar. Now, a lot of people can definitely contest right now is I don't like stairs in The Sims 4. I don't like them at all. I don't even like them in real life. You can ask Tim right now of how much I actually bitch about going up the stairs where I live. It kind of gets interesting because it's yeah, I bitch too much. So at least I finally admitted that I bitched way too much. So that's great. Um, okay, so story time's led away. We have an issue here, and hopefully my Sims can get up here. If not, we are screwed and tattooed. Uh, actually, what I'm gonna do is bring this one in here. I'm actually going to just make this a little bit different. And then I'm just going to close this off right here. Yeah, that should be good. Like, can't really do anything in the empty areas, but we can actually do something nicer in this area. So we'll just do the same thing we did over there because we wanted to line up. Trying to remember is the barn that we had as a kid too. How my father would want this built. So I'm just going to bring these two things over one. And I'm going to bring this over like that. And then I'm going to bring this over like that. And then you'll see what we're about to do with that. So, cool. I like this. So far, I really, really do like this. Alright, so now we're going to go back upstairs. And we're going to finish the top part. The top part is going to be a little tricky now, but that's okay. Oh, that looks good. I like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just okay, yep. That looks pretty Barney-like. Pretty Barney-like. Wow, I'm really weird today. All right. That looks pretty cool. We're just going to put the white trim on the barn itself. It makes it look nice. It really does. Because the red barn is a classic Canadian barn. People are like, wow, that does not look like a barn. It will. It will. And I'm going to show you guys a little quick tip and trick. Okay. So we have two options for building. One of the options I kind of want to use is this one here, the solar shingles roof. It's the power production railings. It kind of screams barn, but we're going to see if they have any black. And yeah, okay. So I don't know if James Turner knows this. I'm sure he does. I think we all know this. That if you want to do off the grid, this is what you need to use. Looks weird and different because of this, from this, but this is what's going to keep the entire place going. So this is my trick. Just making sure it looks okay. Yeah, it looks fine. It doesn't. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna get some trim going here. Okay. We are going to get the... We're going to figure out what kind of railing we want. And I think we're going to do something nice and fancy. We might even put a bedroom up here on the barn so we can actually we can pretend that that's where the ranch hand lives. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. It's a good idea. Yes, I love this. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, we're going to put some windows and we're going to put a way of where they can lounge, where there's a couple places they can lounge up here. So what we're going to do, since we're actually going to be making this into an apartment, this is what we would have done if we had a ranch hand that was about to move in to an apartment. This is what we would do. So first things first, we would have a very long, skinny hallway. We could do that long, skinny hallway, or we could do something a little different. Actually, what I might do is I might just get away from the long, skinny hallway. I might just go from here. Yeah, I'm just going to bring in this a little bit more. I'm just going to bring in this way. Okay, yeah, that looks all right. So there's a little bit of a landing when you come up. Okay. And I wish there was eventually going to be a mod where you can actually live. Ranch hands can actually live on the farm, which, please, Sims 4, let's do this. I think you can actually have a ranch hand live with you. So if you could, that'd be pretty cool, actually. We're going to go into the main house. We're going to grab in a couple of items. Just a small, tiny kitchen. Don't even need anything very big. Need basically a kitchenette. A place to sleep, a place to eat. A place to do your dishes. A small, tiny island. Where they can have their food. I like that. That's nice. Then we're going to have their bedroom will be here. Their living room and bedroom will be here. Because they don't need a big bed. They don't need a little bed. They need something that's small and tiny. So I'm going to put a sliding door here. Sliding door here and a sliding door there so they can have ways of getting in and out. You know, ranch hands should have a way of getting in and out. So that's not we need? I can't believe I actually thought of this. This is what my father would want to do. This is what my grandfather would do, actually. He would actually hire a ranch hand to stay on the property. So then we didn't have to ask them to stay. So this is something that we would do because it's really hard to have help come in every day out of town. It takes quite a bit of time for anyone to travel from in and out of the city. So because of that, we have issues with that happening. So I think this would be really cool. Then they actually can have a way of maybe sitting out here. We'll have a couple ways of sitting out here. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a desk out here with a TV, computer or whatever. And the ranch hand will be set. Might not do a computer. I might just do a desk out here. I don't know. I haven't really fully figured this out. So let's get some lights in here. I know we should be doing more rustic looking lights, but I'm doing something that reminds me of a kid. So, oops, I forgot to do the rustic lighting lights. Oh, this looks like it's a decoration greenhouse. Okay. Yeah, I know, I don't like that. Can't even make it smaller. Who does that? We're just gonna put another one up here, and then we'll deal with the barn when we get downstairs. I think we're just gonna put the same lights because I feel like even off the grid, they still work with off the grid. Yeah, I like this. As a barn, I really do like this. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna do the. I can hear Sashi meowing. I might have to go see her in a minute. Oh, it breaks my heart. It breaks my little heart to hear my baby meowing for her kittens and she can't find them. Poor Sashi. And because I have debug on, I actually have this kind of stuff that you can actually make. I forgot I had debug on. Oops. And like up here, it's an optional area where you can actually use, but I'm actually just gonna do some quick, some really, really quick stuff and just get it on. Yeah, if you guys heard that, I'm sorry, my stomach. I I've been having a lot of really stomach problems again. I think it's because of all the stress that I've been under because of Sashi. I'm not blaming anything on Sash. I'm saying that's what I think. So, oh, that's that stupid bad to you crap. Don't buy that Star Wars pack. I bought it because I thought it looked really, really cool, and it's not cool. It's a pain in the ass. That's a little too big for the area. Oh no, yeah, it is. We just need one sofa. One little sofa. We don't need a lot up here because it's only for one little person. One ranch hand, that's all it is. We got one ranch hand. I promise I'll never do that again. We'll get some old stuff up here. Make it look a little bit lived in. How's that sound? Lived in is a good word. Oh boy. And I did have a good sleep last night. I had a very good sleep with Sashi, so that's we went to bed quite early last night, and I didn't get up till quite late. Okay, so I'll add more stuff off camera. I just want to get this done so we can get this over with. I don't like those stairs. I'm going to change those stairs. I really love this little cute little kitchen. It is so cute. I love it. Now, where are we going to put the bed? Because I need to put another. Oh, I got to push that out. We'll do that in a minute. I got to push this a little bit in. There we go. So I think we can probably get a bed. Like if it's for a ranch hand, you really don't need a double bed. But you know, I can definitely say that I was being raised on a farm, and you don't have a double bed. You really can't spread out if you don't have your partner with you. So I just don't listen to myself. We need to do a double bed. Not this one. I just want to see what this was. Actually, I think they could still get around there. Let's grab. Oh, that is huge. That is big. I'm wondering if. Oh boy. I'll see if I can actually somehow maneuver. We'll fix it inside too. Won't be look. It will look very, very cramped to get inside. We just want to try to fix this. We do a lot of dead walls in any of my builds. I do a lot of dead walls because I like it to look realistic. So that's why we do a lot of dead walls. We're just going to spread this out because we got to spread this out here. Like the living room looks better, which is a point, which is a plus. The living room looks a lot better than it did before, so good job for me, I guess. We're just gonna move this that one way. We're gonna move. I've played The Sims 4 for a long time. That I can definitely say that I've gotten really used to it. Okay, if I brought this, this barn is looking so big now. This barn is looking way too big. Okay, okay, so it's because this is rounded a little bit. That's why it has to look like that. No. Okay, that's fine. We just gotta push it back too. The backyard's gonna look a little bit non-usable for a minute. So, oops. Actually, what's the bad thing is we could probably just. I think we could just move this back. Yeah. Okay. Crisis averted. We got this figured out. So it looks like we have 2 tiles that we need to do. So let's see if this works. So we're going to just delete this part. We're going to copy this part. We're going to flip it over. And we're going to hope it works. It worked. It really did work. By golly, it worked. We're just going to move this back. Which means, that means the areas where the horses will sleep, it'll be a little bigger. So that's okay too. And that means the upstairs will have to make it a little bit more manageable. So yeah, when you do this, you gotta figure out if there's a way you can fix it up, make it look presentable. Go downstairs, fix up what you did for the horses. At least it's going to look, at least it's going to be livable. That's something that I wanted for this ranch hand when it eventually does come and live on the land. I want the ranch hand to have the ability to have an area where it can actually stay. Now, I think maybe there's a way I could check to see if there's some kind of mod that you can actually make the ranch hands stay with on the land, so you don't have to like always invite them, or you can hire somebody to be a ranch hand. I don't know. That might be an investigation part. So if you guys want to find that out for me, I'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I like this a lot better now. Actually, I do. This looks good. Actually, what I might do is push this all over here. I'm going to bring this in one. Like that. I'm going to bring these out. It's just dead space, but I think that might be a cool way of doing it. Then you can have some kind of zoning. I'm going to bring this a little closer. Bring this a little closer. Bring this a little closer. That looks good. Yeah, okay. We're going to have to do a dead space here because I don't really understand. I don't like the way it's too far out. This is going to have to be left here, which is fine. I don't care. But the other way was a little too far out, so we'll just leave that there. Okay, so I'm going to grab the wooden, not grab the rug. Grab the wood floor that I've been using. Oh, I might have to go check on Sasha, guys. And that might be, yeah, I'm gonna have to go, guys. And I'll be back. So, this will be part 2 of the barn build. Hit the like, subscribe button down below, and we'll be back next time. Bye for now, guys.